Barakah Allah Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rekakwadash. In English, that will mean all praise to the Most High, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders and brothers of Great Millstone, GMS for short, where I am learning this 100% truth. Shalom to the elect, to the 144,000, to the mixed multitude that's scattered to all four corners of the earth. Shalom to the sincere sisters that believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, that also believe in this 100% truth. Matthews 28:19 tell us to go therefore teaching all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Yahweh, and in the name of the Son, Yahweh Shah, and in the name of the Holy Spirit, the Rekakwadash. So like I always say, that's what we're going to continue doing. So today, talking about a little prophecy, because it's happening. Ever since mid-1960s, Ezekiel 37 has been happening. Ezekiel 37 has been happening. The people that were in the dead state, spiritually, are waking up because the Lord is putting the Spirit back in them. The Lord is putting that Holy Spirit back in them, that Ruach. So it's allowing the people to start understanding who they are, where they come from, who they are supposed to serve. And that's going to make the other people mad. But this is all the Lord's plan. So this is what's going to happen. So today I'll be just reading a little bit of Ezekiel 37. The summary, it says, vision of the valley of the dry bones. It says, 2 sticks to be joined together, which that's both nations, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. Like we all are kind of against each other. The Mexicans against the blacks, the Latinos against the Mexicans, you know what I'm saying, the Latinos versus the black, and vice versa. But pretty soon, well, which, you know, you got Latinos and Mexicans and stuff in different camps. So we coming together. That stick is coming together. From 2 sticks, it's gonna be 1 stick, because we all gonna be brothers again. And that ain't happened nowhere else but over here in America. So it says 1 nation under 1 king. So we know that Yahweh Shah will automatically be King of Kings. But the king on the earth is going to be King David. And then it's going to be the 144. Then it's going to be, you know, the rest of the elect. Then it's going to be the rest of our Israelites. It says, eternal covenant of peace. So, Ezekiel 37:1, it says, and up top it says, vision of the valley of dry bones. It says, Ezekiel 37:1, the hands of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, was upon me, and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, and set me down in the midst of the valley which was full of bones. Right? members, the body. So full of people in a dead state. So it says 2, Ezekiel 37:2, and caused me to pass by them round about, and behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. They didn't have the spirit. They didn't have this true living water. They were in a dead state. Like if you see somebody that's a part of GMS that's serious, and then you go see somebody in the world, you'll be able to see the difference. You'll be able to see the difference because you'll be able to see the Holy Spirit in that one that's the brothers of GMS, and then somebody that's just in the world. You won't be able to see the Holy Spirit. You won't be able to see the Holy Spirit. So 3, it says, and he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answer, O Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, thou knowest. Like that, the Lord know. It says, and again, he said unto me, prophesy unto these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And guess what? How do you hear the word? Through the servants, the prophets. You hear the word through the servants, the prophets. Let me see. Of course, you know it talks about Amos 3:7. He will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. So he speak through his prophets. He speak through his prophets. And that's what's happening. We speaking is true, but a lot of people don't want to hear it because it ain't what they want to hear. So since it ain't what they want to hear, they ignore it. But times is coming where you're going to wish you didn't. So this right here, Hebrews 1:1, it says, long ago, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua spoke many times and in many ways to our ancestors through the prophets. And now in these final days, he has spoken to us through his son, Yahushua. And Yahushua is giving the people that he was given, because the Lord gave Yahushua some people that was going to roll with him. And when he giving them this truth, and they waking up. Because you don't get to just choose what you want to do. The Lord, it says we don't choose the Lord choose us. So you got people waking up. Not everybody is waking up though. So you know this can't be for everybody. This can't be for everybody. It says, Ezekiel 37:5, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. So you go into that word breath. Ruach. Breath, mind, spirit of heaven. Breath of air, spirit, as that which breathes quickly prophetic spirit, spirit of the living, breathing, being in a man, a gift. Oh my goodness, this thing go. It got 7 different things with ABC and ABCDEFG. Like, it's life, man. He breathes life into us. Let's put life right there. So it says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, these bones, behold, to these bones, I will cause air or the spirit to enter into you, and ye shall live. Because right now, if you are in the world, you're not living. The worldly living is not living. The spiritual living is living. So if you don't have this spiritual connection, then you ain't living. You a zombie. If the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is not in you, you're a zombie. So it says Ezekiel 37:6, it says, and I will lay sinews upon you. Sinews. Tissue. Like, he gonna put our bodies together spiritually. Spiritually. Because this is a spiritual thing. So I will put says I will put sinews, your tendons, and I will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye shall live, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. So it says Ezekiel 37:7. It says, so I prophesied as I was commanded, and as I prophesied, there was a noise, and behold, a shaking, and the bones came together, bone to his bone. It says, and when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them, and the skin covered them above, but there was no breath in them. See? So if you don't get this truth, the Holy Spirit, then you really dead. You like a zombie. Cause he put the skin on them, put the flesh on them, put the tendons and all that stuff, but they still weren't breathing, right? So he said, then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind, prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, come from the 4 winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. That's when the Holy Spirit come in you, and then you able to see things in a spiritual way. But before then, you can't see it in a spiritual way if the Holy Spirit ain't dealing with you. Because the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah sends the Holy Spirit. So it says 10, so I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up on their feet, an exceeding great army. And that's why you got so many people acting crazy now, because they don't like the fact that we not stuck in that I keep forgetting that word, man. Stockholm syndrome. We not stuck in that. You got people where they got the bread and circuses this way, but we not looking that way. We looking the other way. Well, what y'all doing? They don't like that. They don't like the aware. They don't like the uh, conspiracy theorist type dudes. They don't like that. But the Lord is waking his people up. Lord willing, I'm part of that number. So I looked up, because you know, people would think like, man, that's talking about everybody. It really ain't. So Chat GPT, I said, what does the dry bones in Ezekiel 37 represent? It says the dry bones in Ezekiel 37 represent the people of Israel, specifically their spiritual death and national hopelessness during exile. It says, Ezekiel sees a valley full of dry bones, lifeless, scattered, and long dead. It says, Yahweh tells Ezekiel that since bones are the whole house, so like that these bones are the whole house of Israel, the people says, our bones are dried up and our hope is gone. We are cut off. How can you be cut off if you never was a part of it? See, this is only for the Israelites. It says this expressed their despair while exiled in Babylon, feeling as though their nation and covenant relationship with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah were beyond restoration. But it says Yahweh's promise, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah commanded Ezekiel to prophesy to these bones. As he does, the bones come together, receive flesh, and finally breathe, which is the spirit, into them. They stand up as vast living army. It says this symbolizes Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah's power to restore life spiritually and nationally to Israel. So this ain't for everybody. And not even all the people in Israel is not waking up. All the people that are Israelites are not waking up. And then you go over there and look at the people that's living in Israel. They don't got a covenant with the Lord. They are some of the most wickedest people. They are the wicked. Matter of fact, Malachi 1 and 4 says they are the wicked. Now, is there Israelites over there? Yeah, because you got Israelites scattered to all four corners of the earth. But this shit is wicked, what they got going on. Oh, man. This is wicked. This is wicked. So, even in the blue letter, when you go to like the studies, the summaries and stuff, they'll tell you what it is. They'll tell you. This is yep. So it says, because I talked about the two sticks being put together. Now watch this. The prophecy of the two sticks, it says, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah then instructed Ezekiel to join two sticks together, representing the reunification of the divided kingdoms of Israel and Judah. That's the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. It says, Yahweh declared that he will gather the Israelites from the nations, cleanse them, and establish them in their own land. That's what's about to happen. Well, it's kind of already happening because he's cleansing us. Well, Lord willing, I'm part of that number, but he's getting us together. And when he get us together, then you'll be beamed up into them chariots. Then your bodies will be changed. The laws and commandments will be put in your inward parts. Then you're going to go to your own land, and then it's going to be... I know for some people it's like, bro, I can't even imagine something like that. I'm hoping for it. I'm hoping to be a part of it. I'm hoping to be a part of it. We've been going through so much all this time, shit, and you telling me now that Yahweh is on my side if I can endure to the end? Well, I want to endure to the end. I want to endure to the end, man. So we're going to continue prophesying. And from what was it, 18 to 1968, it wasn't really no Israelite nothing for real. But during 68, he started rumbling them bones. It started coming out. Then Elder Abba Bivens started speaking his truth, and he was led to go into the New Testament. Ever since, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah been continuing to just wake up his people. So it's gonna continue to happen like that till he feel like he done with his elect. Lord willing, I'm part of that number. So, we all was in a dead state. When we was in this world, we were in a dead state. If you was out here kicking it, partying, fucking other niggas, women, and getting drunk all the time, smoking weed, selling drugs, doing all that shit, then you was a part of the dead people. And then, because a lot of us did all that type of stuff. I ain't never sold no dope or nothing, but I sold weed and stuff. I sold a little bit of, I just was cool on the dope, though. I was cool on that. But it's still, I still was selling some shit that, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have to. Pills and shit like that. I shouldn't have been doing that shit. But the Lord brought me out of that. Getting drunk all the time, all that stuff. That was worldly stuff. That was being in a dead state. Smoking blacks and cigarettes and shit. I wasn't smoking no cigarettes or nothing, but I used to smoke a black and shit when I was in college, but nah, that shit was whack too. The Lord gave me an experience where I was 104 degrees. They told me if I would have made it to 105, I would have fried my brain. So I was like, all right, he don't want me doing that. Like, he just kept showing me stuff till he finally showed me this truth. And I'm like, this is the best thing that ever happened to me in life. Then it'd be my daughter, but this truth is first. It's priceless. And I'm thankful that the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah has brought me into this thing. Lord willing, I'm part of the number that's beamed up into them chariots, though. The elect. But them dry bones is getting up, y'all. And these people starting to get scared because they paid billions of dollars so that this information wouldn't come out. And it's coming out. And they getting scared now. And it's coming out to the point where TikTok, X, Facebook, Instagram, everything, anything, threads, anything you can think of is getting on there. The media, the movies, it's on there. So they like, damn, man, it ain't nothing we can do. I guess we gonna mess up the food. Guess we can mess up the water. Guess we can try to do something. But what they don't understand is they don't have enough power to stop what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah got planned. So it's gonna happen no matter what anyway. So I just hope that I'm part of the elect, man. So Kahala Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Ruach HaKodash. In English, that would mean all praise to the Most High, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders and brothers of Great Millstone, GMS for short, where I am learning this 100% truth. Shalom to the elect, to the 144,000, to the mixed multitude that scattered to all four corners of the earth. Shalom to the sincere sisters that believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, that also believe in this 100% truth. Hopefully this lesson was edifying. Shalom. Hey, man, we got to endure to the end, man.